Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tech and Tesla. So I just wanted to go over the release notes and the new UI for version 11, also known as 2021.44.25, and I'm on .6 because it has the FSD 10.8 on it. So this is just telling you that too many disengagements, you'll be removed from the program. Here's what's new. So if you want to pause the video and look at that, this is all the same UI stuff. The cabin camera is the same. The light show, I just did a YouTube short showing Knight Rider. It also does the holiday music one. That's actually, it's fun to show your friends. This is showing that this bar down here is all customizable. We'll look at that in a second. They kind of changed some of the menus around. I'll show you that as well. A pretty nice feature is when you put on the blinker, either left or right, you'll get a little camera view of the next lane over. We have waypoints now, and you can drag them with the little bars. You can talk, and it'll lower your voice, and it'll project outside the car. So if you want to talk to other people, I guess you could do that. TikTok, if you're into that. This I'm actually looking forward to playing. I have the Xbox controller. I did that in another video as well. I set that up, so hopefully it works with this. That'll be a lot of fun. I never played this, but it's multiplayer now. Sudoku, which is a good time killer if you're at a supercharger. Your subwoofer and the music, you could set the music to auto, so it'll automatically pick the best settings, and then you can always adjust the subwoofer. This is just telling you about the climate. So with this and this, you can have your seats on automatic. So I know I've noticed in the past I keep it on high, and then all of a sudden I realize that I'm on fire. So I need to lower it down. So this will lower it down automatically. Here's your dash cam clips. We can take a look at that. You can keep the UI in dark mode if you're into that all the time. And you can decide what you want to show on the map. So going over to the car controls over here, they moved a lot of stuff in here. So instead of having cards that swipe up, you have your lights up here. You have your Century and recording dash cam here. Your mirrors and steering are here. So I'm sorry, this whole menu right here is for the windshield, for the wipers rather. So if you click this for the wipers, the left stalk, you'll also get the menu down here. I think it's the same thing if you put on your brights. If you put on your brights, you get all your settings for lights down here. So that's pretty handy. This is a new menu altogether, pedals and steering. All the same stuff that we had before that was in another menu. Here's your charging. Autopilot, this is pretty much all the same. Here are your locks. Your lights are all the same stuff there, I think. And it's a little bit larger. Everything's a little bit larger, it seems like. This is new. This is a new menu. This is all your trips. All the stuff that used to be in the card down here is now moved over to there. Your navigation, this all looks the same. This is a little bit different layout for the menu. This is your software. The screen is pretty much the same. And upgrades. So this is new for us. This is if you want to subscribe to different things like FSD or connectivity, just swipe it over to subscribe. So instead of doing it in the app, you can now do it in the car. So be careful who's playing with this. They might buy stuff for you. Tap on the temperature to get your HVAC system. So your keep the climate on, your dog mode, your camping mode is still there, and you can have your seats on auto. You can also change it to 3, 2, 1, or just auto. And for the rear, you can tap these on as well. So these icons at the bottom here, you can adjust however you want. These are all your choices. You just drag them down. So if you don't want the backup camera, you can put that up there, and you can take, I want dash cam down there. However you guys want it. I like the backup camera only because when I'm backing into the garage, I want to be able to see that I'm in far enough. So I just check behind me. Messages over phone, and this is my streaming and my Bluetooth. So those are the things that I've chosen to put down here. Obviously you have all these choices, so whatever you guys want to put there. And then over here is reserved for your most recent apps. Okay, something I just kind of, by playing with it, I just learned if you swipe up from anywhere, you get your HVAC. But I kind of liked it when you could swipe up a little bit on music and get music. Or you could swipe up, but it's HVAC no matter where you go on here. Alright, the other thing I wanted to show you was that when you're in drive, you could take this little gray bar here, you can take it, you can swipe it all the way over, and you can get full view of what's going on around you, which is pretty cool. And then you can just drag it back. Can you go any further? No, that's it. Just 2 settings. It would be nice if it was do like half and half. I think that would be like a good, nice compromise. Like to me, that would be perfect to have the map and then your view. Okay, so I did a drive yesterday. I recorded it. So let's check out how that went. And spoiler alert, 10.8 is actually really good. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And as always, drive safe. Okay, here I'm in the driveway, and the plan is to put on full self-driving in the driveway and see if the vehicle can exit without having any problems. But as we get to the end here, it's kind of freaking out about creeping for visibility, and it's actually showing it wants to go left, even though the navigation is set to the right, so I had to take over here. But it's not really the fault of full self-drive because it's not intended to start from a driveway. So let's just say that that's 0 intervention so far. As we approach the next stop sign, it's actually doing a much better job of stopping closer to the stop line and also not coming to a complete stop. It came down to about 4 miles per hour here, and much more natural for the type of driving behavior we see around here. It swerved over a little bit to the left to get out of the parking spots, even though there were no cars there, so that's really good. And coming up to a left turn, the camera backs out to show you a larger view, and I'm checking, make sure that the car is checking, and we complete the left turn. All done very well. Okay, up here the car signals that it's going to be making a turn, but it wasn't really making a turn. We're going straight here, but that's just a minor thing. So far, no interventions. Okay, as we get closer to this red light, the car goes way into the shoulder, and I'm not sure why. We're set to go straight here, but we're half in the shoulder and half on the road, as you can see in the visualization there. So that was a little odd behavior for me, but it ends up correcting itself. Alright, we have a blinking yellow coming up. We're doing about 35 right now, and the car does slow down pretty considerably, which it's supposed to do at a yellow light, down to about 21 miles an hour. So it's a little concerning if there's cars behind you, people around this area don't really slow down for a blinking yellow, but that's what you're supposed to do, so the car did the right thing. Okay, I had to make a quick pit stop here, so I'm going to pause the video and we'll pick it right back up from this intersection here. Alright, we're getting on the highway, so we're going to drop down to regular autopilot. So we'll cut the video here. Okay, this is a large intersection, bunch of different lanes and directions, and the car handles it with no problem. It picked the right lane to go down, and we get on, and we're in the merge, so the car doesn't signal, as it never does when you're coming down to one lane. But instead of not even signaling, the car drives in the shoulder. So it didn't get over at all, it just was going to stay driving in the shoulder. But maybe it didn't realize it, thought it was a lane. So unfortunately, I had to take over, and that would be the one intervention for this drive. But we'll finish it out in high speed. Okay, this is bringing us to the end of the video. So thanks for tuning in, and if you've stayed this long, please consider subscribing and hit the bell. You'll be notified when I post the next full self-driving video. Alright, until then, drive safe.